Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tenderfoot Tactics, where today we're just gonna continue exploring the world. Like, I definitely wanna have a look at whatever this is. Definitely wanna have a look at whatever that is, and then we're actually pretty close to done with unlocking the classes, right? Let's see. Yeah, do we actually only have one left to go? No, two. What am I forgetting? Oh, what I'm forgetting is that we don't actually have this yet. Right? Yeah, let's go resolve that problem. So let's see. I do really like Mushroom Town. And I also like their delightful mushroom music. So we're like here, right? This is a pretty narrow crossing. Yeah, so okay, let's get across this little narrow bit of land here. And then figure out it should be a pretty short drive from here to the penultimate class. And I was thinking I might do a little bit of playing off camera and earn us some prerequisites just so that we can actually see all of the classes in action before we conclude the series. Or maybe not. Listen, don't take that as a promise. But I am curious. I think a lot of the classes have been neat and interesting. We have seen some cool stuff here even post-game. So wait, where am I? Let's see. That's a resting place. This is a real goofy island shape. Okay, this is that. Which means that, unfortunately, the shape of this thing is actually obscuring a little bit what we're looking for. But I believe we should be pretty close to it, right? Like, is it right here? Sorry, I'm getting all turned around here. Okay, this island is that. The problem is that this kind of doesn't match. Okay, this is here. It's that island then? I think so. Okay, hold on. Let's go over there, and the islands are small enough that we can probably get the dreadful power ping without actually having to be on the island proper. So I don't know why I'm having so much trouble orienting today. Okay, that's just some blueberries. Yeah, the fact that we can't zoom in on the map and this head is huge and in the way is definitely not helping. Also, it kind of seems like the map that we have here doesn't exactly match the shapes of the islands. It's probably just me getting confused because the head is covering so much space. Is that it? That is it. Okay. Looks like we can probably get right up on that over here. Yeah, a lot of the details of this area are a little obscured. I'm sure that's the problem, and not me just having, a brain that is not always that good at stuff. Boy, it does look like we're not going to be able to do this without a fight, huh? Well, I don't really want to fight a bunch of enemy wizards if we don't have to. Okay, it looks like we do have to. Let's just go ahead and take these guys down. Oh boy. This is actually a really rough position. Okay, well, I mean, you know what we do in a situation like this. We're going to be very reliant on Nyx to do the work. So everybody else... actually, let's have Spot start back here in the corner because he can just run through the bushes. You can be there. Something like that, maybe? And then have Nyx jump to, like, over here and hopefully not actually damage any of our guys. Yeah. Alright, who goes second? It's probably Pascal, and then... yeah, we'll try it like this. So they get one good shot off. Oh, not even. And then we just throw out, like, a pretty good flash. Wow. Actually... and they're all on fire. So like I was saying, even post-game, we have continued to discover real interesting stuff. I do love to be familial with the Stinkhorn. Alright, let's see what this is. This is the one that looks like it's dual-wielding, like, hammers. So this might be an interesting melee class. Pit Fiend. Okay, pretty standard. 3 of the class that we're after. So let's have you be over here. I'm still not 100% clear on how Lofty interacts with the leap. Whether the amount of bonus damage we get from Lofty is based on our starting our height relative to enemy height at our starting position or at our ending position. So I'm gonna start us up here just in case starting height matters. Let's maybe do it like this. Yeah. And then you should be a little further forward. Okay. So, how big of a flash am I going to get on them here? So this will be a really good opportunity to test. Right here, we're doing that much. Yeah, you can see there's a significant drop-off in damage. So, it is based on the height that we're at in our landing square. Let's see here. We can just kill their Wood Switch, but we lose damage on one of the Pit Fiends. I don't think I care that much about the Wood Switch. It's so late in the turn order. And we're not really going to be able to get any better damage than just jump into here. I did set myself on fire a small amount. That did happen. So yeah, we can move you down to here now that we know you're, now that we know your initial position does not really matter for purposes of the damage. Can I prevent you from taking a turn? We don't even know what their attacks do yet. So Flame Strike, he's got the fire blood. Slam and Bespeak. Break stuff, pull 2, flattens earth, applies marked. Okay. I wonder what explodes in flame actually means in terms of damage output. So we can probably come over here and then do a jump, right? Oh, right, all the healing. The healing is bad, though. It turns out not to be that big of a deal. Wow, that fire's really getting around. Actually starting to get a little bit concerned. Okay, so they're not all facing the same direction, but we can fix that. So actually, let me move to here. I want to make sure that they are all looking this way. I want to make sure that we're, like, turning that guy. And then we'll have the plan be for him to jump over to here, so everybody just faces away from that, which I don't think is a big deal. I think we're pretty much all already facing away from that. You have 10 health left? Yeah, you know what? I think that guy will poison out already. We don't have to worry too much. He's not going to get a turn. Huh. Am I not allowed to jump to here? Oh, it's just because... Oh, right. I turned a bunch of people. After carefully facing them in the correct direction, I turned them with the grenade and broke it all. Alright, well this seems pretty okay. Sorry about all the friendly fire. Wait, it was quite a bit of friendly fire, actually, wasn't it? I almost killed Willow. I mean, I may still kill Willow. Alright, got ourselves some wooden dice, and... Sure, why not? What does it take to become a pit fiend? I bet it is going to require some levels of Spellsword. Polearm 4, Spellsword 5. Interesting. I don't think we have anybody... Boy, who has levels of Polearm? One person does. Okay, it's just Pascal. And honestly, I'm very unlikely to want Pascal to change classes. I really like Salamander. Okay, for right now, we'll just keep moving. So, Pascal, yeah, just hold on to your skill point. Yeah. So, we now just have to sail generally west. Now, this looks like it's just a little bit inland, but we must remember, I am never capable of accurately judging a distance in this game. Don't know why. Seems like at some point I should start to get a feel for it, and yet. So let's, We're definitely going to have to do a little bit of fighting, is my point. It looks like it's really close to the edge, but it's not. It's not going to be that close. You know what? We could just sail around. I don't have to. I don't have to fight lava brain men on this tiny island. So basically, we just want to get over near the proper coast. The wall of clouds in front of us is a real bummer. So wait, is that the... That's the village, right? That's Mushroom Town. So we're like way around the south side of the islands at the moment. Where was... Okay, if this is Mushroom Town, we should check this out. I bet this is something interesting. So we'll slide on past here. This landmass will be this. So I guess we just follow the dotted line? Okay, there's the little tiny island there. Yeah, the weird the weird line of clouds is definitely a little unnerving. Alright, so we go around this, then we go to the right around this thing, and just keep on going approximately straight. It should take us to the narrow land bridge right near this, whatever it is. Okay, well, that's not very far inland. Maybe. Even when I can actually see the thing that we're moving toward, I'm still bad at reckoning distance. Well, it's easy enough to see it for right now. Once the fog settles in here, things are going to get a little more complicated. Those are aggro circles. I would love to avoid an extraneous fight. Although it looks like... Okay. It looks like we don't really get the choice. Let's just go ahead and tear through this real fast. Boy, how is this battle considerably easier than any of the other battles we've done recently? I'm starting to think the difficulty indicator doesn't know what it's talking about. Okay, so we definitely want Nyx to be like way over here, able to jump up into this corner. This corner is going to be very good for us. I think we'll do something like this. Alright, this ought to be a pretty decent flash. There's a very small amount of damage difference on one enemy, but I think it was actually important. Okay, so you are mega enraged. Interesting. Bog trolls with different abilities than we're used to. You should probably move out of the space with the fire in it. Right, there's not really any plant life here. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, this tile is showing 9 points of plant life. It doesn't look like it. So that guy's super enraged. Actually, a lot of them are pretty enraged. We should be cautious here. I'm just gonna stand really, really far back from this guy. Wow. Okay, yeah, these bug trolls are like... Oh yeah, look at this one, has all kinds of stuff. So okay, a couple of them, most of them are pretty much the bog troll that we're used to. There's just a couple of weird differences. Well, I love my move speed. Just run all the way around here, and then deliver the old really absurd amount of fluid. Oh, it is a shame that we're not like a little bit closer. So let's see, a miasma here is not going to kill the one that's about to get a turn, but I guess it does unnerve both of them, both the survivors. I think there was another patch over the weekend, so the fact that we're now seeing bog trolls with new abilities and stuff may be partly attributed to that. Boy, do I even want to level up Dragon Breath? Or do I want to just sit on +5 power? Boy, Leech seems pretty good. We could also grab, you know what, let's grab a point of affinity. And pick up Combust, or do I want to have... We're not usually close enough to people for this to be good, but it feels difficult to justify Combust given the other ranged attacks we have at our disposal. Oh, actually, hold on. Nettle had a thing as well. Yeah, I do want to level up Boil. Okay. Let's go see what this ominous structure is. That's pretty far out of our way. Oh, God. Boy, the aggro circles were very well hidden. We're just going to keep running. And I think we're supposed to be going generally this way. Man, it sure was nice to be out of the fog for a while and just, like, be able to see into the distance. Okay. There's a lot of strange rocky-looking structures just sort of jutting up out of the ground around here. I gotta say, this building that we're moving toward, it looks a lot more solid than a lot of the structures we've seen around here, especially if you think about like what the towers look like and stuff. This is a real, like, Brutalist power station kind of feel. Or at least kind of shape. It would probably be faster to just go through that frost giant than to spend all this time running around. Especially since there's no guarantee that we won't end up fighting something on this side. Or that we'll even be able to get through on this side. Yeah, there's great big stone walls everywhere, and it's hard to see them ahead of time. Huh, where did the... There was a giant right there before, wasn't there? Where did it just wander off to? Huh. Alright, let's see what this is. 3 waves remain. And the structure is definitely... Huh. You know, this may have something to do with, like, the draw distance and stuff. What this reminds me of, more than anything else, is there's a level in the N64 Shadows of the Empire game where, like, you're fighting an IG, it might even be IG-88. You're fighting an IG assassin droid, and it's like this refinery type setting. This feels like that. So we're not going to be able to prevent you from water jetting or dropping a mine somewhere. Also, the enemies are all kind of facing different directions. They have figured out a plan that is probably going to be fairly effective against my jump strategy. Nope, back not exposed. Alright, let's have you be over here. Have you be over here. We're going to try to split up a little bit because I think a leap onto the high ground over here is probably the plan for Nyx, and I need to try to make sure as few people as possible can actually see that tile. Yeah. Alright, so you're gonna get somebody. Okay, that's a fine choice. Hey, that seems pretty good. I'm gonna do quite a lot of damage to some of my friends, but yeah, being able to flash up onto high ground is pretty solid. Oh no, we're just like a little tiny bit of movement short. So I think I'm just gonna get up here and spit poison. Unfortunately, that guy is going to get to do basically whatever he wants. Alright, now remember, we do have to try to keep people in okay shape here, which I'm not really doing a very good job of. So I'm going to just gloat. Alright, we still don't have a proper heal on you. There's not really a lot I can do about it. Boy, you actually are going to have a really hard time doing anything useful here. Certainly don't want to do that. Yep, never mind. You just don't get to do anything. I'm gonna anesthetize you, and then you get to thirst at least. Although obviously I want to move up a little bit. Okay, this isn't quite gonna kill anyone. It's not great though. Alright, I do believe that might be an indicator of the direction of incoming reinforcements. I like it. It's sort of otherworldly. It's a little bit kind of weird and hard to read, which I think is actually very in keeping with like a lot of the environmental navigation in the game. You just kind of don't get to play. Like, yeah, this is a really rough time for you to get your turn. Wow, that is a big wave of enemies. What the hell? Alright, so this feels like a good time for miasma. So let's see, right here would be good. I think I'm gonna run to here, and then we'll get slightly better on nerves this way. Yeah, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to stop a huge number of them from getting their turns. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. Yeah, this is too many reinforcements. This is way more reinforcements than there ought to be. I have no idea why we're dealing with this number of enemies. Alright, so you gotta move up. Don't really want to stand in that space. But, like, we definitely want to drop... I guess we want to drop the frost here, not here. Alright. I'm just going to run into the fire, because we gotta get this in the right spot. Well, we can score a pretty solid thirst here. Unfortunately, I am going to have to hit spot to do it. But it's alright, spot's tough. Jesus, look at just the raw amount of enemy health that remains. What an absolute nightmare. Alright, so we can bolt to here, which is pretty solid. Yeah, we're just gonna have to redo this, though. In fact, I'm just gonna hit retry now, like, we are already super dead. There's no universe where that was rescuable. So yeah, we're gonna have this thing be the same. And I guess I'm just gonna put everybody over here. So maybe you go there. I really do wish we could mess with their facing. And then Quinn and Pascal. Okay. Well, this is pretty good. And it doesn't hit any of my own dudes. Against most enemies, we could reasonably rely on the fire to finish something off, but these guys have so much passive regen, I don't really think that's realistic. Yeah, man, I don't know how we're gonna deal with the really, really, really ridiculously huge number of reinforcements they're gonna throw at us. We gotta get some good AoE down. Do I wanna... So we'll be able to pulse miasma. Yeah, this guy over here is probably under control already. This one, number 3. That's a shame. We can't actually get them both. trying to tilt us more toward one side here, in the hopes of... I guess I'm really just setting us up for getting embarrassed if the reinforcements come in the wrong place. But also I'm trying to make it so that it's a little bit more reasonable for us to have a clean flash if we're all in the corner facing the corner. Let's see, if you were to flash to like here, yeah. Once again, no friendly fire. Except for the damage he does to his own face by sending it on fire. Alright, you no longer have any buffs. So enemies are coming in from that way, it looks like. And given where Nyx is in the turn order, facing away from everything probably is less important. Let's throw up and imbue... this doesn't matter. Sadly, Nettle just doesn't really have any meaningful actions available. Okay, still a really huge number of enemies, and this time it's actually a worse group of enemies. Frost Giants are still hyper-reactive, which is really bad news. We do get to flash right before they get a turn, though, which obviously is better news. I think I'm going to throw a quick Thrive up. So where do I want to end up with this jump? All right, I think I want to turn them all this way. Well, there's like a pipe or something that's creating a real camera problem up there. 2 waves remain. Man, this is really rough. So this is as far back as I can jump without blowing up one of our own people. And this seems fine. That's a lot of damage. It's not actually lethal to anyone, but it's close to lethal to several ones, to many ones. Apparently that guy did not catch the grenade. But most of our enemies will only be able to attack Spot, which is real good news. I do not like them getting to promote each other. That's crummy. That really sucks. Alright, you're about to have a turn. I might have to gloat to survive. And then we're going to move to here. Hopes of making it a little bit more difficult for this guy to do anything of value. Yeah, I guess let's just do it right here. You need to run as far as you can to give poison time to tick. It's not going to matter. That guy's not. He's not going to die before his turn. Okay, here we have a pretty good poison setup, although I can't actually reach the position. Well, that being the case, I could do a leap. I could do a great big jump. 44 health. I'm not actually that worried about the bog troll, though. What's the range on leap? It's like 4 tiles? So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I was right up against the pillar, I could come out in this row, which is not helpful. Okay, we're not that many turns off of Nyx. Unfortunately, I do not get to do anything valuable here. I can cast like a very bad miasma. Yeah, like a value negative miasma, which seems pretty not cool. Frost has the opposite of the effect we're looking for. Okay, I'm gonna zap this guy. Alright, you just have gather, which is definitely useful. You know what, though? I think even though it is going to promote that giant, I think this is still right. Promote 3 does not get him in front of Nyx. Oh, also he dies. I suppose that's a fair point. Alright, I do not think we have the right position for a flash anymore. Yeah, actually, our flash position is diminished, I might say. So what else do we have access to? We of course have our very good combust. How far over can I get? I can get to there and then go 1, 2, 3. I guess there's no way to cast the combust that it doesn't do a bunch of damage to my allies anyway. Yeah, we just got to take it a little bit easy on this one. Alright, seems like a good time for a little gloating, maybe a little bit of thriving. Man, 52. 52 is a very awkward amount of health for that guy to have. It's like just enough that we can't prevent him from getting a turn. I'm trying to give us a little bit of time with only one enemy up to cast some heals and stuff. So if we do it right now, we'll have 3 turns. It'll be just after Spot's turn that new enemies will come in, which leaves Nyx pretty far down in the turn order. So I think I'm actually just gonna imbue these bushes with some real vigor. And then probably, yeah, get you out of the bushes. There we go. So we moved right past it a whole bunch of times. We do this. Actually, never mind. Alright, if we have Nyx be the one who ends the round, then it's relatively early in the next round. I mean, we may as well move you over here, right? Like, let's be ready for him. You don't have a buff or anything anymore, so just get in killing position. You already are kind of in killing position, but let's maybe get a little bit less killishly positioned. Oof. Okay, well... Boy, what a time for it to be Nettle's turn, huh? Yeah, this sucks. Boy. Are we going to be able to do anything of value here? 1, 2, 3, so we can cast a frost right there and not affect the guy who needs to be affected by it. Or we could try to... Honestly, I don't know that gather's a good idea. I might just thrive. I might just run this way and then thrive myself. Right, because gather's not even going to reach them. Which unfortunately means that there's really good odds, actually, that the Nyx is dead. Yeah, the unnerve is lethal. I will say this, like the indication of enemy reinforcement direction is good. I'm glad it exists, but it's still not 100% functional because the enemy can appear very spread out. Also, man, the number and difficulty of enemies in this encounter is perhaps a little bit broken. It doesn't feel like it feels bugged. It doesn't feel like this is how this is supposed to be going. So let's see. There's a little bit of water on the ground over here. The thing is, it's not enough damage to matter. I guess doing this puts me in a position to potentially get some backstabs, and it does turn them both around as well, which is definitely valuable. Here, let's run this way, try to minimize our exposure to these guys over here in this corner. Yeah, this is really ugly. So unfortunately, you really can't do anything of value. Yeah, right now, Nettle is just, like, pretty bad. Pretty weak and bad. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to hold out here. I wish that I could see the damage numbers from doing that. Or the remaining health values. So if you do anything other than gloat, you're dead. Gloat seems like a pretty good move in that case. Guy's only got 53 health, but that guy's still got 10 billion. This is, yeah, I cannot believe there's still another wave left after this. Alright, so we do have a single target attack that would kill this guy. But I kind of think it behooves us to do this instead. Boy, why are you taking so little damage from everything? This should be doing 30... I guess that looks like 34. Well... yeah, that's not bad. We've created so much water over here that we get to spread the electricity about a bit. Well, I mean, do I want to run right up on this guy? Oh, I guess I do have a lethal backstab. Let's just take that. I was thinking about doing a retch through them. Alright, spot holds on very, very narrowly. off the fire and then gloat. It turns out even more fire. Everywhere is fire all of the time and forever. Okay, so Spot's dead. It's looking pretty rough for our old buddy Spot. Alright, I guess the best we're going to be able to do is get poison on one dude. Well, at least the burning stopped. So now we have to do this last wave without Spot and without Nyx, which feels like... I mean, we're going to have to get a pretty weak wave in order for that to be even remotely possible. Really, I can't That's a bummer. I guess I'm anesthetizing you? I don't know why I keep saying proselytize. Alright, that's a very annoying thing for you to do. And it turns out that there's no way for us to affect the enemies in the corner. Alright, well that's not going to get him anywhere near dead by himself, but fortunately it doesn't have to be by itself. Your days are already pretty numbered looking. But we can, of course, help them along a little bit. Okay. It's too much of a height difference. That's fine. I have an alternate plan. You can't go wrong with the frog splash. Alright, at this point, we're all going to get to go. Alright, coming in from that way, against that wall over there. You should imbue vigor. Here's a problem. I don't know what bushes are going to be safe. I certainly don't want to use imbue vigor on a bush only the enemy is going to get to make use of. Alright, I think this timed out pretty well. Let's just hope it's a reasonable number of enemies. It's not. What it is, however, is a bunch of relatively soft enemies. They're very high damage, but they're soft. I cannot believe 6 of them get to go in a row here. So we're going to have to do some serious damage. Oh, and it turns out we can't. Yeah, I don't have any attacks that do more damage than that, unfortunately. Boy, yeah. And then I guess just run away, but it's not going to matter very much. And they get 6 consecutive turns. All of our guys will be dead by the time this is over. Why is there an enemy right there? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, are you... You are hyper-reactive. That's really, really a huge bummer. I wish that you were not that. Alright, we can at least bait some of them over here. This would be a really good time to have Spot alive. Yeah, Poor Pascal is never going to get a turn because one of the enemies was able to spawn in behind him, even though that's not the direction that they were coming from. Oof, boy. Yeah, Pascal's been pushed back so many times he's getting lapped. And we still can't actually do any meaningful damage to a bunch of these guys. Well, I do have a pretty decent strangle here. Although actually, it's more important to strangle this one. Okay, it's what I can do. So how much damage does Pascal's Thirst do? We might be able to pull this out. 55. That's pretty inconvenient. I think I'm just gonna sting this guy then. Because I could regain 110 health by stinging forward. But neither one of them will die. So I'll regain 110 health, and then this guy will get to hit me for... Oh, his salvo is quite weak, though, isn't it? Yeah, alright, let's do it that way. Let's lay on the Thirst. And actually, the Thirst might cause this guy to poison to death. That's rough, though, man. That's a super difficult combat. Alright, hopefully we should just have miasma range. Yeah, when that last wave spawned in, I was certain we were completely doomed. It turns out I should not underestimate Pascal. He's very effective at his job. Class 9 Power Armlet plus Regen. Spotted gray band bent almost completely into a circle with Class 9 stamped on the inside curve. From an archaic time when goblins lived in work sites, not towns. The hazards of a mine, power station, or factory were frequently lethal for any goblin without a power armlet. Well, sure, obviously, everybody knows that. Sure, go ahead and make camp. Okay, so... I mean, I'd be inclined to say that that should go on Spot, right? But I really like the Thorn and the Taunt, so maybe we're going to put it on Willow instead. Yeah, let's replace this. Let's make Willow hit a little harder and heal a little harder. And Nettle definitely wants to level up. What do we want from you? We want Nostrum. I wanna finish off Imbue Vigor at some point, but Nostrum is like the draw for that class, right? And then we're, I don't know, somewhere around here. Let's see if we can get to that last class pretty quickly here. So it's some kind of factory or something. I don't actually know exactly what the deal with this place is. Oh, this is one of the lakes. We actually want to be going this way. I wonder if this is a town, then? I mean, it could just be another weird battle for an artifact. Turns out there's no problem in life you can't run away from as long as you have a good enough understanding of physics. Video game imparting a real-life lesson there. So wait, where am I here? Hold on, I thought we were closer to the ocean than we turned out to be. Also, that's conspicuous. Let's go see what that is. It might be nothing, just, weird shapes in the mist sometimes resolve into nothing. Yo, speaking of shapes in the mist resolving into things. So it would be around here somewhere? Yeah, you know what? I don't think it was anything. Okay, so where are we on the map? We have this long peninsula shape, which, okay, we have a little bay. Boy, I don't know where the hell we are. So okay, this is a pretty distinctive. Huh. Wait a minute. Is this what we're looking at here? How did I manage to get that turned around? I think it is though, right? So it connects here and here like that, and it is approximately the right shape. Yeah, okay, weird. So then we're up here? How could okay. That being the case, we need to go this way. Like the way we're currently facing. Boy, I got way off track very quickly here. It's like a superpower. So I guess really we want to cross at these two little tiny land bridges, right? Once we cross both of those, we're actually really close to the final class. Well, and there's a weird tower. I thought I was starting to get pretty good at keeping the shape of the world around us in my head and not getting confused every time we have to switch maps, but apparently not. Okay, so if we just crossed somewhere over here. Yeah, this right there is the second land bridge. Okay, this we well know. Oh, right, yeah. Duh. We're on the island that we got the class map on in the first place, aren't we? Okay, well. I seem to remember we tried to do this exact thing before. Leave from this island and find our way to here, and we failed miserably. But this time we will succeed for some reason. Okay, so we wanna go kind of past those islands. It's these islands right here on the map. This, unfortunately, is definitely too far inland for us to get the dreadful power ping from the shore. We're going to have to wander in a bit. We definitely spent some time pursuing this one. Did I really just get so distracted? I don't know. It sounds like me. It does sound like me to get so distracted that I failed to pick it up because I just sort of like wandered off and chased some shapes or something. Alright, so we need this guy as an orienter. if we imagine completing the rest of the rough circle that is the shape of that that peninsula, it's right at the inner edge of the circle. Going the right way? We are going approximately the right way, and there, in fact, is our dread power notifier. Man, I miss Mushroom Town already. Going to be able to sneak around to the opening here. I think we might end up getting in a fight right outside. Oh no, we can enter it from above. Until no Lavamancer remains. So there are a lot of very fire-focused classes that we just didn't pick up during the main game. Alright, that one's going to get a turn. We can start like all pretty far in the corner away from that. This is going to be a tricky one because we're so far down. Okay, didn't really harm us all that much. Hey, that looks pretty solid. I appreciate you providing me with all of this high ground. So, like, what's the idea here? The spell's called Flash, right? Is it just that when I jump in like that, I emit a light that is so bright that it blinds our enemies all the way to death? Because that seems extreme, right? Yeah, let's, enemies are going to come in over here. Let's put you, like, way up there. That is a little inconvenient. We are going to be able to get a pretty good miasma off here, though. Man, what is with our team? Always making gross fluid noises and... Okay, I appreciate you just doing that. It's constantly gross fluid noises and then just covering people in toxins. We're like a walking biohazard. This looks like a pretty good opportunity to use a gather. Look at Willow actually having some like very impressive offensive options. This is lovely. Alright, those are definitely a lot more straightforward. I'm going to assume Lavamancer comes out of... Do any of the unlocked classes emerge from other unlocked classes? Maybe... I would have said Lavamancer is going to require Elementalist, but maybe they'll end up just being a lot of levels of Wizard. Lavamancer. Okay, yeah, it's just a bunch of Wizard. So, I mean... Do we want to transform Nyx? What does Nyx have from this class right now that we really want to hold on to? Just Flash, really. And then, of course, Lofty. All right, let's have a look. We can just go back if it looks bad. Boy, they really are closely related, though, huh? All right, so we could pull Affinity. We keep Lofty here, then we Affinity for... we're not going to be able to Affinity for Flash, because this Flash is not actually Fire Elemental. So Abyss applies lava to ground. Quake just breaks a lot of stuff. Does, wow, 75 damage across the entire battlefield. That seems very dangerous. Applies Tectonic for 500 ticks, flattens Earth while moving. So, wait, applies Tectonics, I'm assuming, to... a unit that is hit? Because obviously, like, the ground is not going to be moving around. Very powerful version of mountain, which is fine, I guess. And crater, yeah, I think we're going back. I think elementalist is actually very good. You get to pick up some more nostrum. And with that, I do believe we now have all of the classes. We got an achievement. Yeah, okay. We've actually picked everybody up. We've had a little bit of a look here. And I think that is what we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. There's not really that much more left to go. I think there's probably going to be one more episode here. I might, like I said, I might play off camera a little bit and try to get some of the requirements for some of the classes that are a little bit more alien to us still. And we'll just mess around a little bit, and we'll finish the series by actually going to that big weird statue up on the plateau, which I somehow never took us to, despite being obsessed with it for half the series, and spending the other half of the series up on the plateau. So come back next time, tomorrow, for that. And we'll see you then.